Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lord Exsus and I want to welcome you to this game, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I'm not going to get into the past of this game or give you any idea of its backstory. It's very long and very complicated. Instead, I decided that I wanted to play a dark, nasty, potentially funny dark game. And so I looked upon the internet and thought, vampires. Vampires is a thing I haven't done before as far as I can remember. So what games, or what good games are there with vampires out there? And I looked on the internet, and other than the new release of the game that is literally called Vampire, that's on Xbox One, PS4 and PC, there was literally dickle good vampire games, specifically where you play as or around vampires all of the time. Of course, you have games like Castlevania, the newer Lord of Shadows series, but I actually wanted to play as a vampire, do something nasty, something dark, something new. And yeah, I was only given two series that really stood out. One, of course, is the Legacy of Kain series. At the moment, I don't have the capability of recording all of those. That's something I may do in time. But that was the one series that stood out because it's multiple games. And the other one that kept coming up all of the time, no matter who I asked, was this, Vampire the Masquerade. There is two games to this. There is a previous one called Vampire the Masquerade Retribution, I think it is. But that's set in the distant past. This game is set in the modern day and age, or the early 2000s. So yeah, there's this game. And everyone said the same thing. It is completely flawed, very, very broken, or was. But they said it is also absolutely amazing. And it is one of the best. It is a cult fan favourite. It has become of cult status. Much like vampire movies, in fact. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. Let's get in. Let's give it a try. So we're going down a very dark path today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give this game a try. Probably something I should mention. I have played a little bit of this in order to get acclimatized, and I had to work out all the bugs and kinks, because this game took me like over an hour to get the right patches and sort it out, fan-made patches, for certain reasons. So one thing I will warn you about is this game is going to have some skipping. It doesn't run 100% well on my PC, for many of the reasons that the game is just buggy as hell. And it has had to have fan support from 2010 onwards, and the game was released in 2004. So I thought I'd just tell you, we are going to get skipping and micro freezing. If that spoils the video for you, find someone else's video that's managed to do it better. But as of now, I thought I'd just warn you of that. Anyway, I think it's about time we get in. So let's set up a new game. Okay, and this is the first screen we're introduced to. A new game starts with creating a new character. Would you like to? 1. Answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play and allow the game to create your character. Or 2. Go directly to the character sheet and set your character's clan abilities and attributes for yourself. Well, I'm going to go for number 2. Okay, and we're dumped straight in. Whoa. My character name is fucked all of the way up, but we're not going to have that, are we? No, we are going to call ourselves Exsus. Exsus can be a vampire name, right? It's pretty dark, it's pretty nitty gritty. Let's do that. So, the clans in this game are your class choice. You do not get to, unfortunately, mess around with your guy's face, and you don't get more clothing options until later. So, yeah. There are several clans. There is the Tremere, the Bruja, there is the Gangrel, there is the Malkavian, the Nosferatu, which are your traditional, very vampire-looking motherfuckers. The Toreador. The Tremere, which I just said, sorry. And the Ventru. So, quickly, I'll show you guys a quick look at all this for those of you who haven't seen it, who do not know. We'll start with the Ventru. Truly the upper echelons of society. The Venture are seen as honourable and virtuous leaders of the Camarilla. They wholeheartedly support the Masquerade, influencing the mortal and undead worlds to help them maintain the Masquerade as well as garner support for themselves. Clan Ventru is an exclusive and powerful gathering of immortals, and even the lowliest initiate of Clan Ventru can expect special treatment in kindred society. This regal bloodline, however, gains no nourishment from the lowborn and thin-blooded. Ventru gain no blood from feeding on animals. Feeding on low-life humans, prostitutes, and the homeless can cause the Ventru to vomit. So these are the posh boys and girls of society. That's the male, and that's the female. That is what your standard character will look like. So these are the posh. These are your posh kids. These are the brats. These are not the people we want to play as. Okay, the Bruja. The Bruja are passionate idealists and rebels, more likely to fight for their rights than write protest songs. In life, most Bruja sought social change, and in undeath, most clan members commonly seek the creation of a vampiric utopia. As militant radicals, they are renowned for their combat skills, but are also more likely to frenzy due to their hot-bloodedness, so to speak. They receive a +1 to their unarmed feat, but are penalised by a -2 to all frenzy checks due to their zealous natures. Okay, so that is the Bruja. I don't need to show you the male and female character models in all of them. The Gangrel. Gangrel are wild loners that are most in tune with the beast within, allowing them to shapeshift into more beastly forms. Nomadic in nature, Gangrel care little about vampire politics and prefer to dwell and hunt in the outskirts of society. Because of their animalistic nature, they receive a +5 to strength, stamina, and wits during frenzy. However, because of their inherent feral nature, Gangrel receive a -1 on all frenzy checks. Okay, so that's the Gangrel. Now the Malkavians. The Malkavians are known as the Lunatics because of their ability to hear voices of insight and subject others to their insanity through their discipline dementation. The world appears much differently to a Malkavian than it does to the sane clans, though the extent of the Malkavian's madness depends on the individual, a blessing and a curse. A Malkavian's insanity will help or hinder them depending on how much they struggle against their nature. Malkavians will start with a +2 bonus to inspection. Okay, good to know. So that's a crazy Malkavian chick right there. Okay, next we have the Nosferatu. Okay, Nosferatu women looking as evil as the Nosferatu men. Look at that. That is fucking terrifying. Hideous, skulking, and powerful. Even in a world of monsters, the Nosferatu stand out. They embrace twists and deforms their physical features, forcing them to seek sanctuary underground. Nosferatu are masters of the shadows. Due to their curse, Nosferatu have a seduction of 0 and can never raise it higher, and they hide their existence from common humans. Having shared the darkness with vermin for so long, vampires of Clan Nosferatu are able to draw extra nourishment from rats. Nice. Sounds tasty. Okay, the Toreador. The Toreador picture themselves as artists and visionaries, and they value their high society mentality that the Camarilla reinforces. Of all clans, the Toreador are the most connected to the mortal world through arts and entertainment. Toreador are beautiful creatures, svelte and seductive, and almost effortlessly through the society of the living. The Toreador's empathy is both a gift and a burden. All humanity shifts are doubled. Okay, so yeah, I guess quite beautiful looking. Most human-like looking, that is the case. The Tremere. Last one, because we've done the Ventru. So, the Tremere. Blood sorcerers born from mystic rituals and diabelli. The Tremere are the least trusted of all the Camarilla clans. The ritual of the Tremere used to transform from living mages into undying monsters, strip them of their magic arts. To compensate, the vampires of Clan Tremere developed thaumaturgy, the powerful disciplines of blood magic. The clan guards its secrets jealously, and the only kindred to wield this powerful discipline. The pursuit of arcane knowledge comes before all else, and the reliance upon it has weakened the bloodline. Tremere can raise no physical attribute above 4 points. So that is the different clans, the different classes of this game, and I am in fact going to pick a Tremere, but I'm going to be a male. So this is how we're going to start. Kind of looks like mainly how I might look if I was a member of the Living Dead or the Vampire Clans. Not so sure about the garish red shirt, but yes, I'm going to pick a Tremere because I like magic, as you all know. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go next. Okay, and it puts it onto our character sheet. So we are given X amount of points: 3 in attributes, 6 in abilities, and 1 in discipline. So our discipline is our most important thing, and of course for me the thaumaturgy is going to be the most important thing. So thaumaturgy is automatically at level 1. Blood magic. Vampiric practitioners of thaumaturgy can bend blood to powerful and terrible ends. The effects are spectacular and obviously supernatural, and should not be used in safe areas unless you risk violating the Masquerade. Okay, so the level 1 spell we get is Blood Strike. Activating costs 1 blood, and projectiles will strike your victim. If you remain still and the victim lives, the bloodshot will return with stolen blood from your victim. So if I remain still and fire it, it will actually give me blood back. That's very handy. If we go to level 2, we get Blood Purge. Activation cost is 2 blood. Near enemies, your character will become violently ill. Enemies near your character will become violently ill, vomiting blood, damaging to both normal and supernatural foes. So we're going to put another point into thaumaturgy. That is our bag. That is our game. We are a blood mage. Now we've got other stuff. So we've got our attributes: physical, social, and mental. Well, intelligence would be good. Blood magic is not something any vampire can dabble in. Only strongest minds survive to practice the art. So we have to kind of put points into mental. Intelligence indicates the character's ability to learn, think, remember. Intelligence is essential for research and intimidate feats. Wits measures the sharpness of the character's mind and the ability to think on their feet. Wits improve defense and hacking feats. And perception measures your character's awareness of their surroundings. Perception is necessary for ranged combat and inspection feats. So we've got two we can put into mental, but I kind of want to use social. But we can't actually put anything into social, which is a bit of a dig. It tells us literally what we're allowed to do. We're allowed 2 in mental and 1 in physical. So if that's the case, I'm going to use intelligence and perception. The physical, we have strength, dex, and stamina. If we just go over to dexterity, it determines the speed and agility of your character. Dexterity will increase your lockpicking and sneaking feats. Stamina would be good because we're quite weak, but I want dexterity. I want to be better at sneaking because I'm not necessarily going to be able to fight everybody in one-on-one combat. So that's the thing. Right, abilities. So knowledge abilities first because we have 3 of them. So we have knowledges, skills, and talents for our abilities. So scholarship, what does that do? Your character's ability to gather information, debate, and learn a new skill. Scholarship will increase your research and persuasion feats. So we're going to put 1 in there. Investigation, measure your character's ability to notice minute or hidden details. Investigate will increase your inspection fee. We also have finance, your character's ability to evaluate the market value of an item. Finance is needed for the haggle feat, not so interested. And computers indicates your character's ability to operate computers and other devices. Computer knowledge is needed for the hacking fee. So we'll do 1 in there, 1 in and scholarship. We'll do 2 in scholarship. Computers. I'd go for investigation to notice more minute features, but since this is based in the modern day and age, I have a feeling we'll be around computers a lot more. So yeah. Okay, skills. We have firearms, melee, security, or stealth. So stealth measures your character's abilities to move silently and avoid being detected. Stealth is a crucial component of the sneaking feat. Security displays your character's knowledge of how locks and security systems work, needed for the lock-picking feat. Melee, your character's ability to fight in close combat, obviously, and firearms is the ability to use guns. Apparently not so important early on, but will indeed become very important later on. So, I think for now, we're going to go with stealth. It's important. Right, it's talents. We've got brawl, dodge, intimidation, and subterfuge. I think I'm just going to do both in subterfuge. I don't think I need any, although intimidation. Nah, let's go for seduction. We're not going to intimidate people. We're going to seduce them. So that's what my feet's put out. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Sorry, guys, to bore you with the the very standard stuff. But I needed to be clear in my own mind because again, I have played this in order to like go ahead and kind of figure out how the combat or the game itself works, rather than actually looking greatly into my stats. That was something else I didn't really pay too much attention to because I was just making sure the game worked. Anyway, we're ready to go. Let's hit accept.
I want to show you something.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish. I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening. Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Okay, guys, and now we're in the game. So that was a pretty intense intro to the game. We didn't really know what's going on, and we don't know what's going on. We have been thrust into the world of creatures of the night. We literally have just been, I believe they call it embraced. We have become one of the kindred. So, we've just become a new vampire and immediately had our sire executed in front of us. The woman that changed us into a vampire. So, and then this douchebag, absolute dickhead. At least he sounds like a dickhead. I don't know. I'm assuming he is going to be so. Has thrown us out into the big wide world and said we work for him now. So that's awesome. So the game's going to tutorialize us. Use the mouse to look around. The WASD keys by default to move. And to toggle the view, it's the Z button. Okay, because we do indeed start off. I think we start off. No, we start off in first person, which is what I would prefer to stay as most of the time. Third person is not too bad, but it runs. The game does run when the game runs properly. It runs very smoothly. Of course, it's a 2003 game, so everything is 60 FPS, and the game looks good for its time. I'm not going to lie. The game looks good for its time. It was released around the same time as the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and looks quite a bit more impressive. I have to say. Anyway, let's get out here and see what the fuck is going on.
What a scene, man. Woo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Do you know what? I would say absolutely yes, please, you crazy, crazy sounding bastard. I also think not only do you look a little bit trampy, you also look scary as hell. And you have a majestic beard, sir. So who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
Yeah. Okay, I got about this much time. I like that. I like you. You're very frank. So what happened in there, please, if you would?
Don't worry, kiddo. You'll adjust. I'd love to explain it all, but time's a wasted. You want some help or what?
Well, I would also like you to explain it all, please, Jack, because it's very confusing to some of us that do not know what the fuck is going on. Okay, I could use the help.
All right. Why don't we, step out back here?
Yeah, I like it where I am. At least I'm out of that theater.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
I feel wobbly, and no, I haven't had a drink. They didn't give me any bourbon, any whiskey. What are you suggesting a drink of, sir? Because as far as we know, other than watching someone be disintegrated in front of us by having a head cut off, which ain't normal, by the way, there was no blood, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. You're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne. Blood, your new fucking heroin, kid.
Nice.
Ready, though, 'cause, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Okay, so what do I do?
Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
Yeah, I like the way you laughed there. That's amazing. So, what do I, yeah.
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Okay. We're kind of getting the gist. We're talking to a vampire. We are a vampire. So if I do that to him, won't he become a vampire?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain him dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
Okay, I won't kill him. Okay, so this is your blood pool, bar to the right. Blood is the fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood in most areas of the game. There's one in the alley around the corner. Okay, let's do this thing. And for this, because it will zoom out anyway, I will just zoom out. And again, see, it runs beautifully, nicely. It should do. It uses the Half-Life 2 Valve engine, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think I heard someone say that. Anyway, we've got to go over to this die. So I guess we crouch. We get sneaky. Okay. Feeding on humans fills your blood pool. To feed, approach your victim and press the feed key F by default. It's important that humans do not see you feed on other humans. I understand why. Once you have begun feeding your victim, you will see this bar up here. It represents your victim's blood pool. You should stop feeding before emptying his blood pool and killing him. Yeah, press F to stop feeding again. Okay, hello buddy. Are you smoking that crack pipe? You're looking for your car. Well, that's definitely not your car, is it? I'm just gonna jump up on you here. Nice. And we're gonna have a little suck. A little fun. God, you've got a lot of blood. That's taking a while. I'm just gonna top myself up right here and boom. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna stand back up and thank you for that, pal. You feeling okay? You're a little dozy. It's okay, it'll wear off eventually when you get all that blood back. For now, I'm just gonna mosey off. Okay, thank you for that, buddy. Okay, I got his blood.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Okay, good to know. Before I go any further, guys, I want to apologise if the volume of the characters' voices is a little bit low. I turned the master volume down because I can never quite tell through my headphones whether I'm being drowned out, and usually it ends up I am being a little bit drowned out, so I turn the master volume of the game all the way down. So obviously feel free to turn it back up on your side so you can hear what's going on. Anyway, yes, I am feeling it. I am like a crackhead on Gyro Day. Anyway, so great. When do I get my cape? Do I get to pick the colour? Yes, I want that.
Right, now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better.
Okay.
Kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Cool. So what are these things?
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still a chance at immortality is not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
Okay, so I'm going to live forever. Sounds wicked.
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Okay, so the sunrise will still kill us, although I believe this game is set in perpetual night, so it's not an issue. But the sunlight, flames, and also shotguns. Shotguns are a big deal. If we get shot in the face too many times, we will suffer our final death. Okay, so I've got it.
Okay, now. What the fuck is this? You get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up with me.
Okay, you go and do that, sir. I'm going to go in here. At the bottom of your screen is the use icon. The icon appears when you're able to use the object in front of you. Press the use key, which is E by default. The use icon is context sensitive, that is. It will look differently depending on the object you can use. Makes sense. Makes sense. So we can use this door and we'll get in here. Okay, I'm done with third person for now. So I would very much like to go back to first person. I prefer first person. Press the jump key, the default space, in order to move up. So we need to get up there. So, alley-oop. Also, the controls are very sensitive. Like the keyboard is. Lots of being able to move a lot. Okay. Your feats are the combinations of your various abilities and attributes. The higher your feat score, the better you are at activities they influence. Inspection is a feat. It is a combination of perception and investigation. It allows you to see hidden and secret things. For example, the lockpicks on the crate in front of you. You can find your feats listed on the right-hand side of your character sheet. Okay, you can pick up certain objects in the world. We already know about how to pick up objects. So if you press C, we got a character sheet. We've got info about us. We are the clan Tremere. We are advantages, thaumaturgy, penalties. We can't make anything physical above 4. But it's said about our feats, which are here. So it tells us what they are. So we have soak down here. I've only got bashing. I've got no lethal or aggravated. I don't really know what that is. But yeah, our mental, our persuasion is high, and our seduction is high. Our covert, our lockpicking is meh, and our sneaking is good. Our inspection is meh. Our research is good. So these are some of the things we'll be looking at for normal hiding and gameplay points. So. Sorry about that. Some of the skipping I was telling you about. At least that's only happened for the first time now. We're going to take the lockpick, which in this case, if I press the I button, this is our inventory. So we have our wallet. We can't quite see our ID there, but you can spin everything around, have a little look. We have no cash, so I don't know what these dollar bills are, but your wallet is empty, baby. You're so broke you can't even afford to pay attention. I like that. I like that a lot. We have this keyring. There's no key on our keyring apparently, but of course there's a key there, so fuck that. And we have lockpick, which actually just looks like a Swiss Army knife of sorts. Tool of the trade for locksmiths and burglars. A lockpick can be used to push the pins inside the lock into their correct position until the lock is open. It takes a lot of experience to use these well. Okay, so, sorry, I'll go back. We have that in our inventory. We also have our combat inventory. At the moment, we are unarmed. We also have ranged weapons, which are the guns, and we have a clothing section as well. That is all of our inventories. They become more and more opened up as we go. Ah, hello, Jack.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. The Sabbat, they're, Christ, I was going to spare you this shit till later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
Mindless, bloodthirsty assholes, you say? Well, so what's going on?
The Sabbat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell, put a little heat on the new prince.
The new prince? Who's the prince?
No time for political rundown. Job 1, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do then, Jack?
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
Nice. Real nice. Oh shit, he sees me. I think he's on our side.
Dumb, frenzied Sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
Okay, I'm on that. Okay, to access your quest log, press the quest log key. Default key for that is L. The quest log contains information about your quest, as well as any notes and instructions you will need to complete them. Awesome. So yeah, the L button, like in a lot of games, L or J usually. And this is our active quests. So, a vicious vampire faction known as the Sabbat has launched an assault on the secret Camarilla gathering downtown. You and Jack are caught in the middle. To escape, you must obtain entry into the office, which we are now doing. So let's do that thing. When a door is locked, you will see the use icon. Lockpicking is a combination of dexterity and security. It is a feat that helps you open locked doors. Okay. Once you have begun lockpicking, you will see the spire represents the time needed to pick the lock. If the value of your lockpicking feat is equal to or greater than the difficulty of the lock, you will be able to pick it. So let's give that a try then. And we have success, just like that. And what was that noise? Oh, you jumped in the window, Jack. Why did I bother unlocking the door?
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
You know, I had my moments.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabbat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Okay. So wait, I still got a list of people from high school. Why not?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
Okay, I get it. Basically, the human world cannot know of our existence.
Keep our secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
Why? What could happen?
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Okay, so are you saying the Camarilla, they're like the vampire good guys?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions.
Yeah, okay, and that I appreciate, Jack. You sound like a stand-up sort of guy.
Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little, and you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Okay, you're glad we're in this situation? I mean, I could die before I even get any ultra cool vampire powers to use. But, okay, but what does that mean, Jack?
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
Okay, I'll find it. And also, theft, destruction of property, and all that good stuff. I am all on board. I'm on board with every single bit of that. Like, so, but we're also a vampire doing it now, so it's even better. Right, so, area indicator. The icon to your left indicates that you're in a combat area, hence the gun, I guess. Combat, anything goes. Masquerade, the mask symbol, literally. Respect the Masquerade. And Elysium, vampire neutral ground. No combat or disciplines are allowed except bloodbath while lockpicking. So there's 3 symbols that will change at the top of our health bar, which is that blue bar. And those 3 symbols represent how you are allowed to act in said areas. Okay, let's move on. Oh, it did say something. Oh, sorry, I double-clicked too quickly. It did say something about what you can do in Masquerade areas. I'll explain Masquerade to you after this bit. When you use a computer, we'll see a use icon. Computers are often helpful in solving quests. They can hold information like emails, files, and as well as control various electronic devices. Each computer will have a list of menus and commands to use. Awesome. Many menus and commands will have will be password protected. Hacking and combination of wits and computer is a feat that allows you to hack into the password protected items. This will be prompted to press Control C to attempt your hacking feat. So we can do that. However, yes, I know how to read a note game. You don't need to tell me that. The password's on the wall here. I don't know. The password is Chop Shop. So obviously this was exactly that at some point. Oh. I do apologise. I was trying to put the note down, instead it booted me out. Just to the menu. Anyway, so, yeah, I wanted to explain something to you because, I mean, Jack's kind of explained it a little, but it gets explained more and more because the whole game revolves around it. And I skipped that little message. But there is something called, and it's in the game's title, The Masquerade. If we just go here, if you look up here, it says Masquerade. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masks in the game, and there is a way to redeem it, so don't worry. You get 5 chances. If you break the Masquerade or the rules of the Masquerade, this gets a bloody line through it, and again, you get 5 chances. If you break the rules 5 times, the game is over, and you have to reload from your last save file. Ideally, we're not going to want to do that. Ideally, we're not going to use any of them, or just 1 or 2 here and there if we really need to get ourselves out of a pinch. But breaking the Masquerade means doing anything that normal humans see as supernatural, basically in front of them. So we have to keep our presence a secret. I mean, yeah, there are some shady bits where people will probably talk to us and go, oh my god, you're a vampire. You have to take these into account. If they're story related and they have to be done, have to be seen, yeah, that's the thing that will have to happen. But we'll see. Anyway, we're going to look at this computer. Okay, so welcome Jim. We have the home menu. Available menus are safe. Available commands are help and quit. So we're going to type in safe. A bit like in Fallout games that Bethesda done, apart from you don't just select one, you actually have to type it in. The password is required to enter the subdirectory. Sorry, I got stuck there for a minute. Chop shop. Okay, entering menu. Okay, so the available commands for the safe are now home or unlock or lock. So we're going to unlock the safe. Beautiful. Safe doors are now unlocked. Okay, and we can back out. And let's get what we need out of here. When you approach a container, you'll see the use icon. Again, it's basically telling us about the context-sensitive stuff. Yes, and we have the automated access systems chop shop key card, so we will take that.
There we go. Now take that key card and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Okay, thanks, Jack. Got it. Yes, and I've already explained this to you guys, but if I press I, we have our inventory. And we can go through beautiful things. For some reason, the card is not showing up in the inventory. I don't know why. It decided to tell us about this now, but it doesn't matter because the card gets used as soon as we get here. And we've lost the chop shop key card, so that's probably why. Anyway, let's go down. Nice. Real nice. So as I came out that door, probably didn't see it because I was in first person, but we got wounded by those bullets. I think if you're in third person, you actually see your guy open the door. I have seen it before. Maybe I missed it. I blinked or something. But you've been wounded by the Sabbat. The blue bar represents your current level of health. As you sustain regular damage, it will turn black. If your health is completely depleted, you will suffer final death and your game is over. Your health regenerates over time. When you are feeding, your health regenerates much faster. So basically, yeah, our health will come back if we're feeding, and the more blood we have as well. It recovers much slower when your blood is lower. If your health bar begins to turn yellow, it means you have sustained aggravated damage. Certain hazards like fire, supernatural attacks can cause aggravated damage. This takes much longer to heal than regular damage. Cool. So yeah, we did get hit. Let's go talk to Jack.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabbat vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough.
Thanks, man.
Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here.
Awesome.
It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
Fuck it. Lunchtime.
Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity.
Okay.
Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, a PhD. Nice. If you say so.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
Okay, let's get a little overzealous, Jack. Let's say there's a really gorgeous girl. She looks like Scarlett Johansson, and I just need to keep my fangs in her. What happens then?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity.
God damn it.
To that beast you got welling up inside you.
Okay, so the beast I have inside. Oh, I didn't know we were talking about that. Can vampires even do that? Oh, you're talking about something else. Okay, then, Jack. What does that mean?
The beast, it's always there, waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
Okay, so I can't kill anyone. That seems a little restricting, Jack. I mean, we're vampires. We can go crazy, right?
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull.
Nice.
Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact.
Seems like you've been alive a long time. You know how this shit goes, Jack.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line.
Okay, got it.
Alright, now go feed.
Will do.
Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so that's to mention as well, at the top here we have our humanity. Although monsters by nature, most vampires cling to humanity to survive in the mortal world. Humanity is the ability to keep your predatory nature at bay. At your first line of defense, against frenzy, if you cause the death of an innocent human, you will lose humanity. You will frenzy more often if your humanity is low. So we've got to keep that high. It's obviously a different mechanic from the Masquerade. So I'm going to try and keep that as high as possible. Because frenzy, you literally do lose control of your character, and it will go off and bite the nearest thing to get blood back. But you sometimes frenzy when your blood's too low as well. And you will literally bite the nearest thing to you, even if it's out in front of police in the public, and they will fight you. Remember, you want to avoid draining your victims. Draining innocent humans will give you a penalty to your humanity and lower your humanity the closer you gets you close to the beast. If your humanity gets too low, you will begin to lose control of your character. This is known as frenzying and may result in a Masquerade violation if you are around humans. Exactly, that is exactly what it will. This is exactly what it will cause. So, okay, we are going to drain you. We're not going to kill you, though. Stop about there. Awesome. And as we can see, if we go back up to our humanity, we still have the same amount because we did not kill him.
Not quite as good, huh? You can do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing.
Is it worse than feeding on a bum's neck? His scarf tastes like old gym socks.
Well, give it a try.
I'll think about it. Rats can be fed upon to gain a single blood point. You will find some rats at the other end of the alley near the yellow windows. Killing rats has no impact on your humanity score. Humans do not react well when they see live rats being sucked on. Yeah, I bet they don't. And I'm not actually going to do that because you can choose not to. So no, Jack. No, I'm not eating rats.
Just couldn't bear it, huh? It's okay. Polite kindred society looks down on that kind of thing anyway.
Okay, I can genuinely see why I'm not down with a rodent myself.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Okay, just one guy?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
Okay. Sneak where to?
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't let him see you.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Alright, go.
Okay, sneaking is a combination of dexterity and stealth. It is a feat that allows you to move among your victims and enemies without being detected. Cool, cool. This is the meter. On the left-hand side of the screen, guys, you can see a meter. Basically, the number dictates, and the number plus the color dictates whether we can be seen or not. Yeah, the enemy's chances of detecting you is directly tied to your sneaking feat. If you are detected, your enemies will often say as much and come and investigate. Okay, so we're going to crouch down. This might be better to do in third person, in all honesty. So we're going to open this. because we'll be able to get a better view of our enemy. Because if you can see down at the end there is a guy sitting there in the darkness. I'm going to go round this way. The sneaking in this game looks hilarious as well. There it is. So you can kind of see me a little bit. You see it go up there. See, it went into the 60s, 70. Oh, he just got shot in the face. So I would very much like to go across here, see if I can. I've got Auspex, Trance. I have no stealth, so that's a bit of a dick. I'm just going to go this way. Hopefully he won't see me. He did not. Awesome. Didn't mean to do that. That was me trying to feed. I just meant to press that button to go back into first person and then stand up. So we're fine. We're fine. The bar only comes up, by the way, when you're in crouch mode to tell.
Quiet. They're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry. He's probably greener than you.
Okay, what makes you think that?
The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
Okay, how is that possible, Jack? How do you not know? I mean, I didn't know until I came out in the alley, but it's been pretty obvious since then.
He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that, make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
Okay, sounds good. I've got a little frustration I need to work out anyway.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
I am. I was born ready, Jack.
Go get him.
Okay, so to engage in unarmed combat, you need to equip your fists and then attack. The default button, for equipping any melee weapon in this game is F1, and then you'll scroll through the different tabs. So we have F1. If we swing, it automatically comes out to here. So we have F1. Let's just go out and beat the shit out of this guy. Like that. You literally punch the shit. And he was weak as shit. We punched him to death with relative ease. And we will pick up that. We have gained the tar iron. You've just picked up the tar iron. To equip this weapon, press the melee weapons key, F1, until the tar iron is highlighted. This will become our melee weapon, of course. Awesome. This icon indicates the weapon that you currently have equipped. For ranged weapons, there are numbers indicating the current reserve of ammunition. Later in the game, you will find armor to protect yourself. Equip it the same way as you equip a weapon by pressing the default armor key, which is F3, until the armor is highlighted. Okay, so F3 is that. We only have... This is our armor. Our clothing is our armor because it's a modern RPG game. But also, we press F1. You can just press F1 to cycle through, or you can click them with the mouse. But we have our tar on. Okay, let's go back. Let's go and talk to Jack again. Hello, Jack.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Sabbat are going all out. You better head underground, avoid straight bullets.
Okay, let's do that. Sounds good. Sounds like a good strategy.
Alright, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay. Doing this thing. Nice. Okay, enemy. Right, when you're in a position to perform a stealth kill, you will see this icon. Stealth kills have the advantage of being silent. To perform a stealth kill, equip your fists or a melee weapon. Crouch and sneak up behind your victim until you see the stealth icon. Then press the use key, E. When you're in, where you are on higher stealth levels, the attack key default by left clicking. Okay. You see nothing. And here we go. Snapped his neck.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabbat's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
Okay, the more the merrier. I want some combat experience. Okay, so let's go on here. I'm just going to change my power at the bottom because I do know what is coming up. I thought I did anyway. Think it's trance. It's a domination thing. Disciplines. Disciplines are your vampiric powers. This icon indicates the discipline you currently have selected. There are two kinds of disciplines, passive and targeted. Passive disciplines directly affect you, and targeted disciplines directly affect your enemies. All disciplines cost a certain amount of blood from your blood pool to activate. Blood buff is another ability common to all vampires. Scroll the mouse wheel and select blood buff to use the power key default by right clicking to activate it. Blood buff gives you a temporary bonus to all your physical attributes. It's useful for a variety of situations, like basically having to pick hard locks when you don't quite have the skill, which is what we're going to do now. So we'll go to blood buff. I will activate blood buff, and then we pick the lock very quickly now, because we got an increase of 5 and we were successful. Awesome. Okay, so we have Thaumaturgy, Auspex, and Dominate. Tremere had 3 unique disciplines: Thaumaturgy, which is blood magic; Auspex, second sight that allows you to see the auras of others; and Dominate, the ability to bend people to your will. Auspex gives you the ability to see people's auras. The aura color indicates the individual's disposition. Auspex also indicates your perception, important to both range combat and inspection feats. Use of Auspex is not a Masquerade violation. There's a guard up ahead. Use Auspex to see his aura through the machinery. So I've got Auspex on. We do that, and apparently we should be able to see his aura. Strangely enough, I cannot actually see his aura, but hey, I don't know if that's... oh, there we go. We have to actually be very close. Ow, dick. We actually had to be very close to him, so our Auspex... I didn't put any points into Auspex, that's why. So, that's fine. Let's, oh, shit.
There's no need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way.
You actually shipped me up when you came around that corner, Jack. I'd forgotten about you, actually.
Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
I won't, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So we're going to stand up now. And I think we have another thing. Maybe trance, I'm not sure. Thaumaturgy is sorcery that can bend blood to powerful and terrible ends. Thaumaturgy is a targeted discipline. The effect and its level varies with each level. The use of Thaumaturgy is a Masquerade violation. There are 2 guards up ahead. Use Thaumaturgy to incapacitate and kill them. You have level 2 Thaumaturgy known as Blood Purge. Scroll the mouse wheel to select Blood Purge. Move near the guards and use the power key. Right click to activate the discipline. It's an area of effect discipline. Both guards will be fairly close together. Will become violently ill. Equip your tar iron and kill them. So again, we have to go to the tar iron and Blood Purge. And again. There we go. You guys are done. I actually feel a little bit better using my hands than I do using this tar iron. It's a little bit wank. Yeah, I went into third person there because melee, whenever you use a melee weapon, just as I said before, it knocks you into third person. Ranged weapons stay in first person, which is much handier. And so does magic, so cool. Anyway, we've got to move on. Okay, so Dominate is the vampiric power to bend others to your will. Dominate is targeted discipline. This effect and its length varies with each level. Use Dominate is not a Masquerade violation. There is a guard up ahead. Use Dominate to incapacitate him and pass by. You have level 1 Dominate known as Trance. Scroll the mouse wheel to Trance, place it there, and use right click to activate the discipline. The guard will go into Trance, then you can walk past him. Okay, and we saw that earlier, so we have Trance. Oh shit. That's because I ran out there. Let's try that again, guys. Crouch down. He was very much on it there. So, there we go. And let's just move on. Awesome. I think we have a similar thing here, yes. When you see that you can pick up an object and throw it, you will see this icon. To pick up an object, press the use key, E, to throw it, and press the attack key, default, left click. Throw objects to make noise, and can be used to distract our enemies. There is a Sabat vampire up ahead, guarding the exit. Crouch and find an object, pick up, throw it in front of the guard to distract him. Once he's away from the exit, sneak through the room and leave. So we're not actually we're not actually allowed. We have to left click. That's it, get distracted. Awesome. Oh, hey, Jack.
Fucking humans. Gangbangers protecting their turf. Oh, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
Oh, really? Okay, then. So it should be easy.
They probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots and it'll take down a human.
Okay, nice one.
Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped.
Okay, so they're useless against vampires then?
Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you.
Okay, I hear you.
Head up and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about any of this. I'm gonna make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
Okay, I'll sort it. Have fun. You've just been given a 38 revolver to equip it. Press the F2 key. Okay. Range combat and a combination of perception and firearms is the feat that affects how well you shoot a gun. When you equip a gun, you will see the range combat cursor. Its spread and the speed at which it refocuses is a direct result of the value of your range combat feat. There are some bottles on the crate at the end of the hall. Aim your cursor, wait for it to fully focus, and use the attack key. Default left click to fire the gun. Okay, will do. So F2. There we go. See, the cursor has to refocus when you stand still. If you move it around like this, it becomes bigger, but you can actually focus it. There is no zooming. Oh, okay, we actually can't move further forward than this until we shoot. Wow, that's really weak aim. R is reload. It's a standard FPS, really. Okay, so where do we go? Can we go through here? We cannot go through there. It won't even allow us to lockpick it. So I guess we go up. B or G? Where are we now? No, we are on B. G then. Cool, cool. Also, I'm going to move my power to Blood Strike, because there are people in here I want to kill. Ow, dick. Damn it. Awesome. Pick up your ammunition. Hey, Jack. Got a bit messy. Got shot a few times. Want the baseball bat. Yeah, but I killed him.
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
Okay, so that's it. It's done, is it?
Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Wow, okay. Well, that was quite a nice tutorial, Jack. So, you know, I'm going to say I'm already getting a bit of a headache. The Camarilla, Sabat, I mean, what the fuck is going on? So many different clans, factions, whatever.
Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient kindred rivalry playing out all over the city.
Nice.
A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Oh, boy. Oh, I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but hell, you'll figure it all out.
Ah, well, I guess that's the guy that allowed me to live then. Well, thank you, Jack. You helped out a lot. Here's your gun, mate.
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's just bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
Ah, thanks, Jack. I'll see you there. We've received 2 experience points by pressing the character edit key, which is C. You can access your character sheet and spend them. We know this already. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and now we are in wherever the place he was sending us. Let's have a look. We have no active quest yet. We were sent somewhere. We're in downtown LA. We're not on the main strip. We were sent away to learn the tricks of the trade. Let's read. So this is LaCroix. At your convenience, please come and visit me in my new home at downtown. I leave you this to guide you. Dark blood, our curse. I like this verse. Such power I sense in one so young. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. M. Strauss. And it's Tremere Regent. So that's cool. So he's one of my clan. I've actually got to learn how to put stuff down properly because every time I read some paper I have to do that. Hey, the password for your computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in the drawer, it's yours. I dropped you an email with my address. Come on over after you get settled in. Messinio. So that's cool. How do we I'm just going to start pressing I if it cancels stuff out because it just seems easier. So there's some cash in the drawer. Money envelope. An envelope with a bit of cash. How much do we get? $100. That's always handy. We don't need to spend it on food. We know that. This apartment is fucking disgusting. Look at this. I may be a vampire and I know I don't need to use this cooker, but seriously. Why is there... Number one, there's lots of pizza boxes with the flattest looking pizza ever. Like the pepperoni is actually liquid. But why is it here? I don't eat pizza. I'm a fucking vampire. Ooh, blood pack. I'll take that. Nice and very sterile in that fucking horrible fridge. What's in here? Something's glowing. Pill bottle. What do we get? Pill bottle is estrogen. Caution. Do not take if male. Then why the fuck have we got it? What, just to sell? I'm assuming there are decent vendors in here. Okay, what else we have? I saw an icon, a contextual icon pop up. What was that? I don't know where that was, but we gained a normal watch. So that's the thing. But yeah, we have to look at this computer. The LaCroix Foundation Secure Internet. You have 5 emails, 5 are unread. So let's look at email. Thank you. Password is Sunrise. Okay, press enter to continue. So 1 is a reminder. From LaCroix. Messinio will contact you when you arrive at Santa Monica. Waste no time in meeting with him. Okay, so N for next. Hung low at trojanbotnet.vtm. Penis enlargement. Watch the girls come running. Call today. 1-800-555-STICK. That's amazing. That is the shit. Of course, our vampire doesn't need that because we can coerce any normal human girl into bed. But again, I don't know. Do vampires fuck in this game? Do they? I don't know. So that's something we're going to have to find out about. But the penis enlargement, thank you. Hung low at trojanbot.net. Okay. Kilpatrick's crime pewter. Looking for what that lazy ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments? How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no further with Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing crime pewter. You can find almost anyone with a record, and these days that's just about everyone. So come on down to Arthur Kilpatrick's bail bonds. If you've got the deadbeat, we've got the technology to find him. Absolutely awesome. So a bail bonds company. Okay, and next. It's from Masquerade. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place once you've got situated. and we'll talk about what you'll need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now, some astrolite. I should be back by the time you come over. I'm at 24 Main Street in number 4. Walk to the end of the alley, and my building is the next one on the right. Messinio. Or Mercurio. Don't know why I call him Messinio. And one last one. So this is subject. The subject is the opening. It's from a friend. The game begins. A pawn is moved. And that's it. That's the last email I have. That's weird. Okay, so we've read all of them. Let's quit out. Beautiful things. Beautiful things. So this is our apartment. We are now downtown. Downtown. Very far downtown LA. So yeah, this is where we are. However, I have run out of time for this video, guys. The first hour has literally been the tutorial of the game, but we are now here. We are now ready to get into the meat of things, so to speak, or the blood, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, we have done good. We are, yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. I've got a general grasp of what to do. You've got a general grasp of what to do. I have a feeling this game is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. It's been laughs already, and it's just been the tutorial, so let's see how this goes. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, because I have very much enjoyed playing this, and I very much will continue to enjoy playing it. As usual, I have been Lord Exsus, and I'll see you guys in the next video. In a bit.